Arsenal have just confirmed they are stepping up their pursuit of the Aston Villa star in a deal that could exceed £116 million. But that's not all. Leandro Trossard has just dropped a major hint about his Arsenal future ahead of the Champions League final. Plus, Andrea Berta is already in talks to sell one of our £34 million players, who is open to leaving. If you want all the details on these huge transfer stories, subscribe right now, turn on notifications, and let's dive into what could be a game-changing summer for Arsenal. Let's jump straight into the first story because Arsenal are advancing their pursuit of Aston Villa superstar Morgan Rogers as they look to stun Manchester United with a deal that could breeze past the £100 million barrier. Rogers has established himself as one of the finest players in the Premier League since stepping up from the Championship in February 2024. This season, the versatile attacker has notched 14 goals and 12 assists in 55 appearances to help Villa win the Europa League, their first major trophy in 30 years. Rogers became a Villa hero when he netted their third and final goal in the Europa League final as Unai Emery's men brushed Freiburg aside. That's elite cup final performance. Rogers once again has the chance to shine for the Villains in the Champions League next term, but there's growing speculation he might leave in a colossal transfer this summer. As per TalkSport, Arsenal are ready to step up their interest in the England ace and have begun preliminary talks with his camp. This is serious business now. Arsenal are ready to rival Manchester United and Chelsea in the pursuit of Rogers, with Mikel Arteta personally leading the transfer attempt. That shows how much the manager values him. Arteta sees landing Rogers as a signal of intent after Arsenal lifted their first Premier League title in 22 years. The Gunners clearly want Rogers to become their new left winger, as his prospective arrival would raise doubts over the futures of Gabriel Martinelli and Leandro Trossard. It emerged on April 29th that United have made Rogers their first choice target to improve the left-wing position, despite his emergence as one of Europe's best number 10s. Transfer reporter Ben Jacobs has stated that United are serious about a move for the 23-year-old, with both Jason Wilcox and Michael Carrick in agreement over his world-class potential. However, United's plan is now under serious threat from Arsenal, who are willing to break the bank for him. We revealed on May 2nd that Villa are using Florian Wirtz's £116 million transfer to Liverpool as a benchmark for selling Rogers. There have previously been suggestions Rogers could be on the move for £80 million, but Villa sources have shut this talk down completely. They will demand £100 to £116 million for the playmaker, believing he is just as good, if not better, than Wirtz. Rogers would be eager to test himself at a truly elite club such as Arsenal or United, even though he loves Villa for all they've done for his career. While Rogers loves playing centrally, he's more than happy to operate out on the left and cut inside. Paris Saint-Germain cannot be ruled out in this transfer chase, as TalkSport previously reported that Luis Enrique is an admirer. Rogers would be open to testing his talent abroad. Arsenal could further scupper United's transfer ambitions this summer, with reports claiming they've begun talks for an £86 million midfielder wanted by Carrick as well. Now let's talk about Leandro Trossard, because he's just dropped a massive hint about his Arsenal future ahead of the Champions League final, and Arsenal fans will love this. Trossard has indicated he expects to remain at Arsenal next season. The Belgian has revealed that an honest conversation with Mikel Arteta last summer was key to his decision to stay at the club. Trossard came close to leaving during last summer's window, with a move to Turkey heavily touted before he signed a new contract on improved financial terms. It was a genuine possibility he could have left. But Trossard is glad he stayed and made clear he has absolutely no intention of going anywhere just yet. When asked if he would remain at Arsenal, Trossard told Metro, "At the moment, yes. I still have 1 year on my contract, and hopefully first we win the Champions League. Then I think next season can be another very nice season." He also shed light on what convinced him to commit his future to the club long term. "In the summer, I had a very good conversation with the coach. He also helped me in those negotiations and showed me that he really saw me as an important piece. I asked him honest questions, and he was very honest in his answers to me." That's powerful stuff from Trossard. It shows how much Arteta values him and how important communication is between manager and player. He continued, "I am someone who, if you give me confidence, can give more. If you show me that I can be an important player for you, then I can give more. I feel that on the pitch. On the prospect of increased competition in attack this summer, Trossard was equally assured. Competition is always there. I am not afraid of that. They can bring in whoever they want. I know that I can hold my own. Trossard's surge in form during the run-in has proven Arteta right to insist it was forbidden for the Belgian to leave last summer. He scored the crucial winner in the 1-0 away win at West Ham, which put Arsenal on course for the title. It's worth remembering how Trossard came to Arsenal in the first place. Chelsea's hijacking of Arsenal's move for Mykhailo Mudryk forced the Gunners to look for a cheaper alternative, and the £27 million they spent on Trossard from Brighton has proven to be one of the shrewdest pieces of business of Arteta's tenure. Now let's talk about Fabio Vieira, because Andrea Berta is already in talks to sell one of our £34 million players, who's open to leaving. Hamburg have started talks over a deal for Arsenal star Vieira following the midfielder's successful loan spell in the Bundesliga. The 25-year-old failed to make the grade at the Emirates Stadium, but he's just enjoyed a successful spell on loan in Germany. The Portuguese midfielder now looks set to depart the club, with Hamburg starting talks with the Gunners over a move away permanently. Andrea Berta has been tasked with offloading players this summer, and Vieira could be one of his first sales during the next transfer window. This makes sense for everyone involved. Hamburg are doing everything behind the scenes to keep Vieira next season, according to Florian Plettenberg. The German club are serious about making this happen. Vieira is open to making a return to the Bundesliga and staying with the club he's just spent 12 months on loan at. That's the key detail here. He actually wants to stay there. The 25-year-old managed 7 goals and 6 assists in 31 matches for the German club, and they're now keen to keep him permanently. HSV are doing everything possible to convince Vieira that the move is right and have promised to build the midfield around him. That's an attractive proposition for a player who couldn't break through at Arsenal. The deal now hinges on whether the German side can reach an agreement with the Gunners over a fee for Vieira's permanent departure. Unfortunately for Vieira, his career at Arsenal never really got going after making 49 appearances for the club, and now he looks set to depart for good. Sometimes players just need the right environment to thrive. Vieira is unlikely to be the only Arsenal player sold this summer, with Ben White, Gabriel Martinelli and possibly even Leandro Trossard being mentioned as possible sales, though Trossard just suggested otherwise. Arsenal will want to add to their squad this summer, and therefore sales are going to be absolutely key towards bringing in quality talent like Morgan Rogers and Julian Alvarez. Alright Gooners, that's all the massive news from today. Now I want to hear from you. Should Arsenal pay £116 million for Morgan Rogers? Are you happy Trossard is staying? And do you think Vieira made the right decision to leave? Drop all your thoughts in the comments right now. I read every single comment, and your debates are always incredible. Let's get a proper discussion going about our summer strategy. And if you enjoyed this breakdown and want every Arsenal update as we chase the Champions League title, you absolutely need to hit that subscribe button immediately. Smash it right now and turn on notifications. We're one game away from making history. Until next time, Gooners, believe in this team and come on you Gunners!